Hello guys, welcome back to Chop Toys. Figured the first rig review, build review here I would do would be the very first Tonka truck I ever bought. Now this thing's been through hell, and it's been a lot of different things. This is a 58 or 59 cab that I bought at a flea market, and it had been pretty much run over by a car. The entire roof section was gone, and everything was pushed over to the side. It wasn't a straight panel on it. It had been almost squished. It wasn't completely flat, but it had been severely deformed from something. I don't know if somebody decided they were going to jump up and down on it or what. But it's been a lot of different builds. I restored it once as an original looking white pickup with a Gamble store logo on it. And then I painted it yellow, and I remember what I did. I think I made a custom spare tire mount in front of the fender on this side, and I don't know. It didn't like that. I think I painted it orange once, made a state highway department truck out of it, and that's where it got its current chassis. It's a dually frame, and it sat around for a while, and then I decided, I had a little scale shop set up, and I have all these custom trucks. I needed like a junkyard dog, so that's where it got its name. It's my junkyard tow truck. Starting up front, I used an original grill. I can't remember what year those are. Some of them have the T in the center, some don't. But I had lots of original parts because I was doing actual full restorations. I'd do sandblasting, powder coat the bodies and the frames and everything, and then use all brand new chromed grills and bumpers and stuff. But I amassed quite a collection of original lights and bumpers and grills, so I figured I'd use one of those on this. It's got a nice dent, kind of off-centered in the middle. Headlights are kind of hazy. I guess at the time I didn't have a regular bumper, so I made one out of a scale piece of wood, just to, like a tow truck would have a push bumper. And I did some research looking at junkyard tow trucks and things like that, and it fit. And I just used screws instead of rivets to hold it through, putting that on the back. No big deal. The windshield's another original piece I had. It's hazy. It's got some scratches, but it's perfect for this. On my restorations, I wanted the brand new spotless glass. So I had lots of these laying around. I used another roof piece from a different truck that I had. I had some spares of those as well. And it's another thing, you can buy reproduction in case you find a Tonka truck that's been stepped on. The paint, now, like I said, I sandblast these before I start, but this one I kept painting over and over. So it had a white powder coat as its base, and the powder coat doesn't come off as easy. And I use glass beads for my sandblasting. Gives these a nice finish and didn't eat the metal too much. And so yeah, that white didn't come off. So I just prepped it and painted over it. And then painted over that and painted over that. Once I decided to go with this, I added the black and the red. And I think there's a gray underneath that. And I just scuffed it all down. Yes, it's a little excessive on the weathering, but, it's kind of cool. If you look inside there, I made a bench seat. It's really hard to see. And it's filthy with dust because this has been on display for years and years. I probably built this, Lord. I think I built this back in like 2004, maybe 2003, somewhere around there. So I've had this truck a while. But I made a bench seat, just a piece of sheet metal and foam from packing, some kind of like soft foam that I got with something I bought, and I wrapped it in the old flannel shirt and tied a piece of yarn around it to hold the crack of the seat together, and it works. The Tonka trucks never had interiors like that in the 50s, so it's just something extra. I said this is pieced together out of a lot of different things. I've got a fire extinguisher mounted on the back. That's original Tonka fire truck fire extinguisher. They mount with a little lock washer. You just put it in the hole, and boom. The fenders are off of a 63 car hauler trailer. Those car haulers were never popular, and they don't sell well now on eBay or flea markets because nobody has the cars. The cars that came on the car hauler trailers were plastic, and they've all but been destroyed. Original car will fetch more than an original truck will. It's crazy. But I have lots of those car hauler trailers because I buy them for parts. And I cut the fenders out of them and use them for quarter fenders on the back end of this to cover the tires and wheels. Now that's another thing that's custom on this. I've added, these are 48 or 49 Tonka truck wheels and tires. They're very different. They're hard rubber and metal steel wheel itself. It's two pieces, and they just kind of holds it all together. It's got duals in the rear, singles in the front, and they use a larger diameter axle than the newer trucks did. But I thought the patina on them, they're the right amount of dirty. I thought it fit this truck a lot better, so I went with that. Give it more of a heavy duty look. I didn't want to have white walls or anything on it. Let's see. Yeah, but that truck had extras, so I have a spare. I have a spare mounted under here, and I have a spare on this side as well. Just, it's a tow truck, you need spare tires. Now the boom was reproduction. This whole setup, you used to be able to buy those with the little wooden spool at the top and everything. So I just made some chain and a yarn string, and it's got the crank handle on the other side. Made it work. And the chassis all had a provision for that. So it just went right in the tabs. You folded it over, the tabs over on the bottom, and boom, you're done. Underneath you can see the seat frame a little bit better. I made a little mounting tab, and it's riveted to the back of the cab. Also weathered the frame a little bit. I didn't do as many colors. It's just black with some red showing through. You can see the spare tire there. And yeah, I like those original wheels and tires, the 49 style, because they have a more semi-truck look. I just thought it fit the build. Well, that's it, guys. That's my Junkyard dog. Look for more of these kind of videos to come, as well as actual builds and how-tos. I'm going to show you how I do some of the things I do. It's been a little while since I've actually built a Tonka truck, so I'm excited to get back into it. But I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.